Hi guys, welcome back to Sefeo podcast, and I'm Intan Sution as the host for tonight. And I'm not alone here. I have a gorgeous guest. She is Attila. Hi Attila, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, but a little bit tired. But it's okay. Well, Attila, tonight's topic actually about self-control. Well, self-control actually has two parts. The first one is self-discipline. The second one is maintaining emotional balance. So, Attila, I want to jump to the question. So,
Yeah, sure.
are you good at planning things carefully?
It really depends
Mm-hmm.
on what kind of things. When it comes to life,
Mm-hmm.
something serious, yes, I'm planning it thoroughly, comprehensively, meticulously. But if it's something not really serious, like hanging out, for example, I'm more like a spontaneous person. I don't really plan those kind of things.
Indeed, if we plan something like to hang out with a friend, it would be cancelled, right? Sometimes it happens, right?
Yep, that is true. That is true. But in most cases, for me, the things I plan don't really materialize. But when I do it spontaneously, it materializes. That's for me. Something spontaneous.
Okay. Okay, thank you. That was
But yeah,
really
but when
nice.
it comes to work, for example, study, your career, you will have to plan it, right? Seriously. It's not something that you take so little. You think little about it. You need to think about it seriously. That you need that good planning. Yeah. For that type of things, of course, we'll have to plan. And I'm not gonna say that I'm good at planning it, but I think about it thoroughly. Yeah.
So, when you have planned anything in your head, and then things do not run like you're planning, so
Not as
will
not as expected.
yeah. So will you feel like awkward or maybe like confused?
Or disappointed, you mean? Am I disappointed? Or
Yeah, disappointed maybe, or you become confused like what would I do after this because your plan is not working well. What do you feel?
mhm. First, of course, I feel disappointed, but I'm not going to spend too much emotion on that or
Yeah.
stress myself out of it. Not really. So probably I will think of it about, let's say, 1 or 2 days, and then after that, I will forget it. By the way, I will move on. Yeah. But if there is something that I can do to make things work, to actually make it work, then I will do something about it. But if it's beyond my control, then I just let it go, basically.
Okay, so you do not want to stuck in the one situation, right?
Yep. I don't want to get stuck in that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's really
You'll
good.
have to move on.
Yes. So, what will you do when someone interrupting you when you are speaking? What will you do?
I'm certainly, for sure, I think I will feel annoyed, but I will try to analyze. I mean, depending on the person as well. Some person, the personality, what type of person they are. If you know that they like to do that, then I will just try to understand. Okay, it's just her habit. It's just her behavior. She likes doing that. That's okay. But so I wouldn't really take it personally. Yeah, I would really take it very seriously.
Oh, don't you want to like warn her?
Confront? like confront,
Yeah.
like some
Yeah.
self-confrontation.
Yeah.
I'm actually the type of person who likes to avoid confrontation. I like to avoid
Okay.
conflict. I like to avoid conflict. I like peace. I like peace. So if I know that she likes interrupting person when they talk, then what I do, I will just avoid her. I will just avoid her. I will try to, let's say, lessen the communication. Try to avoid. Try to not to be in touch that much with that kind of person. So this is my way of avoiding confrontation. I like peace. I don't like to quarrel, um, fight. I mean, in a bad way, basically. I don't like that kind of things. I don't like to quarrel, basically.
So you kind of person like filtering your friends or people around you rather than having conflict with them, right?
Yes, exactly. It will for sure make me feel annoyed, but I don't really express it. I don't really tell them. But rather, I will just set my own boundaries. Okay, she's that kind of person. Let's try not to talk to her that much. Yeah, so that's what I will do. That's what I will do.
That's a mature person, right?
Or you can say, some people would say a bit coward, but I don't think it's like I'm being a coward, basically. Coward.
No, it's not coward, I
It's just
think.
self-control, right? Yeah. So you have your own
That's
way.
self-control.
Of
To fix something.
overcoming things. Yeah, overcoming problems. So decide what you don't like, what you like. So that's just my way. That's how I do it. I don't like conflict. Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you keep your emotional balance?
My emotional balance.
Yeah, how do you keep that?
Keeping a balanced life, like work. When you have to work, you work. When you have to chill, you chill. When you have to spend time with your family, then you spend time with your family. And I think I learned that also being outside. I mean, not spending too much time just at home. I mean, like lock in your room, go outside, see the sun, see the world, basically. And also, I think somewhat exercising, that helps me keep my emotional balance. When I feel down, when I feel, let's say, a bit out of my normal self, let's say, less motivated, or when I feel my emotion is a bit messed up, I get angry too easily, or get upset too easily, then something must have been wrong. So something must have been wrong with my hormone. So I will tend to do more exercising. Yeah. I also learned that there is that happy hormone in your body, right? It's called serotonin, basically.
Yes.
So I think to keep that hormone in balance, one way to do it is also is to go out, do exercising. But I mean outdoor exercising. You get sun.
Like running.
So you get it from the sun. Yeah, like running, jogging, from the sunlight. You get it from the sunlight. Sunlight, by the way. Yeah. Sunlight make you happier. So that's
really?
why that kind. Yeah. So that's why that kind of people, if you are working remotely and you are locked in your apartment, you never go outside. When you eat, then you do this delivery, for example, this food delivery. So you never really get to see the sun. You never really get to see the world. You are more prone to depression, because you don't have that happy hormone. Your hormone is not in balance, So you are more gloomy type of person. You get angry so easily. You get upset so easily. When some people say, let's say, something small, it's not really a serious thing that can really get you very offended. Yeah. That's what I know. So when you are outside, that's why I see those people who like to travel, who like to go trekking, running. I think they are happier. They're happier, healthier, happier, more cheerful. Yeah.
So traveling is one of many ways to heal yourself, right?
I mean, doesn't have to be like traveling, but just to be outside.
Oh, okay,
Not in the room, not in the room, but outside. You need to get the sunlight. You need to get the sunlight. Yeah, that's very important. Yeah.
Okay, that's really amazing. So, how if there's a case when people lose their self-control and they are not nice to you? So, do you get upset of them?
No, if I know that they're that type of person, no, there's no reason for me to get upset. I know that they are those type. I know that is just them. That is just them. That is just their, attitude. They're like that, and you don't have to change people. You don't have to change that person. What you have to do is just how you control yourself. So if you know them, let's say, they don't really mind their words. You know them, so you don't need to take it so seriously. Don't take it to your heart. Yeah. Again, it's I'll just try to understand. I think people also have their own, I don't know, because experiences in life shape you, right? Even your environment shape you. So there must be some reasons why they are acting like that. So in some cases, they're not always like that, but situation make them like that. For example, they're angry, so there must be something happening before that. If they used to be kind, but then suddenly they're so cruel, or let's say they say something very offensive to you, then there has to be one reason why they're doing that. Yeah, so I will just try to understand. So when things are becoming better, they're more calm, then I will try to approach them asking what happened, why did you act like that. So more like self approach. So I don't really confront people in front of others. Basically I avoid conflict, so I'd like to talk to people one by one personally. Yeah.
Oh, you're so wise.
Once again,
yeah,
because I think what's the meaning of having confrontation? It's pointless. I mean, it's pointless. Probably you will get your emotion out, you unleash your emotion, but then what happens? But then what, right? So there's nothing that will happen. So I think it's easier. It's also more peaceful to you and to them. If you just do this self approach. I think self approach. You just have to control yourself. Yeah. Don't let everything affect you. But even for me, I mean, because I also learn from myself, if there's something that upsets me, sometimes you cannot always control yourself. Yeah, when you're really upset about something, or let's say when things are not going right, or let's say your friends are not doing the right job, for example, that stresses you out, for example, that makes you nervous, that makes you let's say stressed. Sometimes it's just you just cannot really control. Sometimes your tone changes, and it can affect others. Yeah. So I just put myself in their shoes. I just try to put myself in their shoes. There are times where I'm put in that position, so I will just try to understand. Okay, I've been in that position before, so I guess she must have gone through something, some problem, some issue. Yeah, so there is no need to to spend time or even your emotion, your energy on something useless. Yeah, something that is not going to benefit you or even
Because
others.
there are lots of things that you have to do, right?
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
That's
Then
really amazing you are. So, do you worry about things that you can't control?
if I have done something, trying to work it out, trying to set it straight, I've done my best. Um, then I won't worry about it. Yeah.
Oh,
I used to, but then someone told me, why would you spend your energy and then your time worrying about something that you cannot control? For example, attitude, others' attitude, right? You cannot control others. Yeah.
yes.
So you just need to let go. You just need to free your mind, free yourself from worrying something you can't control.
Yeah.
Just let go, basically. Less stress, more peaceful life. No overthinking. No overthinking.
Overthinking. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't you think so as well? I mean, what's
Yes,
the point? What's the point,
yes,
right?
I think so. It's useless, right, to think something that it's not working,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. It's not in your hand. There is nothing you can change about it.
Yes.
Yeah. So if it's in your hand, if it's something about your attitude, then you need to change. You can change it. You can shape yourself to be a better person. But you cannot change a person. You cannot change someone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've ever
So
heard
just let go.
of someone. Yes, I've ever heard from someone. If you want to change people or a person, you will never have a good result because you are just a supporter. You are not a transformer, right?
Exactly. And you are not
That's-
God. You are not God. You cannot change
Yeah, exactly.
people's heart, right? Yeah. So they are shaped in their own way, their environment, something within themselves, that inner drive, So just
The first
external,
thing,
yeah, yeah.
the
So
first
just
thing they have
external
to change
forces.
their mind, right?
Exactly. It starts from within, inner drive, basically. Yeah, something within themselves.
Really amazing. So, I'm curious. Will you keep being kind or being lovely to someone that you dislike or you disagree with their act, with his or her act? Can you still being lovely
Actually,
or kind to them?
for me, when I don't like someone, I simply don't talk to them. I won't interact. I won't interact with them. So it's just my way. So you won't see me hating people. I mean, when I don't like someone, I'm not going to like confrontation, to do that kind of confrontation, in a bad mood, saying bad words to each other. No, that's not me. So again, when I don't like someone, I just try to avoid them. So because being around them, or like say interacting with them, that, let's say, drains out my energy, my emotion, that affects me emotionally.
Exactly.
So it's healthier for you to be around people who are positive. Yeah. So stay away from the negative vibes. So if I don't like those persons, then I'm not going to talk to them. That's just me. Yeah.
No.
But you won't see me in a bad situation again, that being angry or in a bad temper. No. I won't do things like that. Yeah.
So being silent maybe is your choice when you are angry. So, How do
It
you?
depends.
How do
Again,
you?
if it's
Uh-huh.
someone
Mm-hmm.
outside, I mean, someone I'm not really close. If it's my
Mm-hmm.
family, yes.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm angry, then yes, I unleash it. I unleash it. So I just pour that emotion. I don't contain it. I mean, I don't contain it. I don't try to, restrict myself from being angry, or
Yeah.
restrict
Mm-hmm.
myself from being disappointed, or let's say sad. Emotion has to be unleashed. Emotion
Yep.
has to be unleashed. So if it's my family, let's say, when I have to be angry, and then I am angry. You are not born to be flat in terms of emotion. That's why there is
Yes.
that anger. That's why there is that disappointment,
Mm-hmm.
happiness. So you're born colorful, basically. Why you need to restrain it or restrict yourself from feeling or experiencing that kind of emotion. Yeah, but it's just
Mm-hmm.
how you get angry. How you get angry. Even there's also so many ways to get angry, right? I mean, some people tends to even show it with actions,
Mm-hmm.
like even like abuse, for example, which is not good.
Yeah.
But for some people it's just in words, basically. But some people, even when they're angry, they're calm.
Mm-hmm.
They're calm. For me,
Mm-hmm.
um to be honest, I'm not really that calm person. So when I'm angry, yes, um, it will show in the way, in, let's say, the way I say things, my temper, basically. Yeah. So I'm not
Mm-hmm.
really that calm person. So when I'm angry, then I'm quite loud. Basically, I'm quite loud. So I don't really
Mm-hmm.
contain those kind of emotion. Yeah, I just unleash
So,
it.
I noticed that you are someone that success to control your self control, right? To manage your self control.
At some point, yes, but sometimes no. I sometimes I'm still overthinking.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I still worry about things that I am not supposed to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to minimize that. I try to get rid of it. Yeah.
That's really amazing. So, one last question.
Mm-hmm.
According to you, what is more important for success between intelligence and
Mm-hmm.
self control?
I think you cannot choose. It has to be both, basically.
Oh, really?
Intelligence without that emotional. I think self control has to do a lot more with emotional intelligence, right? And you need both,
Mm-hmm.
basically, not simply just intelligence, and even emotional intelligence that is included in intelligence. You have that academic intelligence, spiritual intelligence, emotional intelligence. So it
Mm-hmm.
it is all needed, basically. If you just have that academic intelligence, for example,
Mm-hmm.
without spiritual, so when things upset you, um, when you are desperate, you don't have something that control, or let's say, calms you down. Basically, you get
Mm-hmm.
depressed easily, or let's say when you're lost, you don't have home to go back to. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
so you need it. You need it all. You need it all. So it's complementing each other. Complementing each
So,
other, basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
so we
it's like a
can choose
package.
one of them.
Yeah, it's like a package. I think it's like a package.
Uh, okay. So, uh, this is additional. Okay, you said that
Mm-hmm.
we have to avoid toxic people, right? Or toxic
Toxic people.
relationship. Yeah.
Yes.
So, how do you avoid them without make them disappointed?
Um. Again, how do I avoid?
Them. The toxic people.
Toxic people. Again, just try to interact less. Try to interact less, basically. For example, if it's in your job, if you don't have to interact with them so often, then you don't need to talk to them or interact with them. Or let's say if it's but if you have to, let's say, interact with them, then just communicate for something professional. Yeah, but don't take it like personal. Don't bring any personal life into it. For example, if you don't like someone at work, your colleague, for example, and then they are just a colleague, they're not a friend. Colleague and friend is different, right? It's different.
Yep.
So, but for some people, a colleague is also a friend, which means you're not just friend at work, but you're also friend in life. Yeah, so not just by profession. So if they're toxic, then you just interact with them for something professional, because of your job, because of your work. But outside of work, then try not to let's say drain your energy by getting, or let's say by getting in touch with them. Basically, just avoid.
Okay, so just like you do it slowly, right? Not slowly, but smoothly, right?
Let's say you try to communicate less by time, basically. So not like do change abruptly, not something like that, but you do it slowly. Yeah, for me, let's say from something trivia, something small, a very small thing. For example, like exchanging messages. If they're not someone that I feel I'd like to be around with, not someone that gives me that positive energy, then I'm not going to be so intense with them in terms of communication. I'm not going to spend too much time exchanging works, for example. So I won't do that. Yeah. So if they're toxic, I simply don't chat them unless it's for work. Yeah, something like that. So again, let's just not waste your energy, your emotion. Don't drain yourself. Don't stress yourself. Don't put yourself in the problem. Basically, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. It's nice. I think it's a good topic as well.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer, and thank you so much for your information. And okay, before we end up our conversation, let me make a conclusion of our topic tonight. Okay?
Yeah.
Well, my conclusion is self-control can enhance your decision making capacity. Self-control can help you curtail your high temperaments and also plays a major in your emotional happiness. And in addition, self-control can help stabilize and solve trust issues in a relationship or marriage. Do you agree with that?
I agree.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dila, for joining our podcast tonight. And your answers
for having me.
were
Thank you for your
really
time
amazing
as well.
Yes, thank you so much. I hope we will meet again in another podcast. Okay.
Hopefully. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. So thank you so much for tonight, and good night.